Hey guys, it's your girl Imani DH and I am back with a brand new video, but this time I'm back after 2 years. Has it been 2 years? 2 or 3 years, I don't remember, I can't tell, but there's so much to update you guys with. As you can see, I'm in my apartment. Yes, so as some of you may or may not know, I bought my own apartment. I bought my own crib, my own house, my own whatever you want to call it. So yeah, I'm on the property ladder now, and it's been an amazing journey from completion to living on my own, and like big things are going on. Like I'm now a grown up, I'm now an adult. It's crazy, adulting is crazy. But if you want to know how I saved for my flat deposit in just 7 months, stay tuned for this video, and I'm going to share all my tips on what I did. So I'm going to tell you guys exactly, I'm going to try and give you from the beginning, the middle and the present. Sorry, I have to stop and start the camera, my battery was low, but we'll try and get through this as efficiently as I can. So yeah, I saved for my deposit for my flat in 7 months, and I'm gonna like explain the whole journey, what I did, like any tips and like all the nitty gritty. So in 2021 May, I was doing an event. I was putting on an event called Nollywood Day Party, and at that time we were still in lockdown. So it was around the whole time where Y2K Nollywood was going crazy, I think, on the socials. So I saw it and I reached out to my friend and I was like, let's do this, like let's make this happen. So we decided to, and then in like 24 hours we sold 500 tickets. Now I think it was seeing the success of that event and the rate at which we sold tickets and the money that we stood to make, I was like, this is gonna be a lot of money. And sorry, I started like from the middle of the story. So I think around 2020, I started thinking about, I wanna buy my own crib. Like, I don't know what it was, but I just knew that, okay, I knew that I wanted to have something of my own, something to call my own. I've known that, you know, I've achieved so many great things in life, but I feel like I don't really have much to show for it. Like just doing different things and not having like much tangible achievements apart from in my memory or to say that I've done it. So I knew that I wanted a house, but it didn't feel feasible with, you know, the money for deposit. I didn't know about any schemes or like government help. I didn't know anything about it. I just knew that I would need to have to save a 10% minimum deposit of what I wanted. And at that time, my credit was still like recovering. As you know, you need good credit to get on a property ladder, or at least decent, right? To get the best rates available. So I just felt like it's out of my reach, you know, where am I gonna get the money? I'm on my own, I'm a solo girl. So I was hopeful, I had faith, but I think in 2021, when those ticket sales started coming through and I saw the money, I was like, I can use a chunk of this money to save for my house. Like now this becomes more real, this feels more real. I can actually set a goal, a hard goal, and start working towards it. So with the desire that I already had in my soul from like 2020, was it 2019? No, it was definitely around 2020. The hunger that I had, toppled with, I feel like an opportunity that arose, it gave me the push start. So Nollywood Day Party was obviously a huge success and lots of ticket sales were made, good amount of money was made, split in half with me and my business partner at the time. So I took a huge chunk of that money, basically my half of the money, most of it. I put that aside and I started saving it. And I said, okay, that was gonna be my mortgage deposit. So I definitely knew London wasn't like in my mind, in my reach. I wasn't really interested in London because at that time I didn't know if I was going to buy to live in or just buy to rent. You know, buy to rent. So I was looking at places outside of London. You know, I was looking at like up north, I was looking like in crazy places, but it was actually, I think in May or June 2021. Bear in mind, I hadn't had the money yet, the event hadn't happened yet, but I just decided that, you know, I was going to take a leap of faith. Like, I knew what was about to happen. I knew that if I set my mind to it, I was going to have the money complete, even if it was going to take a process. I started speaking to people, I started asking questions. How long does the whole process take? I was hearing 4 months, 6 months, 7 months. I was like, oh, that's enough time to buy time. I've got enough time. Nobody's gonna know I don't have the money available. I don't have the full deposit ready. No one, who's gonna know? Nobody has to know. How would they know? How will they know? So in June, before this Nollywood Day party, I was going for viewings. I was going to Peterborough, I was going to Grantham, I was going to Witham, basically Lincolnshire, Essex, Kent. Where else did I go? Lincolnshire, Essex, Kent. I think that is about it, you know. Bedfordshire. I went to lots of different cities going for viewings despite not having my full deposit complete. Even after the event was done, and obviously I had a chunk of money saved, it still wasn't the full deposit, but I was still, you know, like buying time, going with a serious vibe, going for different viewings, speaking like I had everything. So what was the next stage? Okay, it was upon viewing different properties that I found out about the Help to Buy scheme. Now, I had not heard about the Help to Buy scheme at all. And then when I did hear about it, I was like, what? 5% deposit? Whoa, like that makes it even more real. Like that makes it even more achievable, you know? So for those of you who don't know, the Help to Buy scheme is basically the government give you an equity loan between either 20 to 40%, up to 40% within London and 20% outside London. I'm so rubbish at explaining the Help to Buy scheme and the 20% blah blah blah. So I'll probably just put the definition somewhere like here so that you guys can like understand it. So basically, the pros are that the house is 100% mine, but there will be 20% of the equity that goes back to the government. However, the equity loan is interest free for the first 5 years. So I knew, one thing I did know is that I'd done research on shared ownership, and I did not want shared ownership because shared ownership, the property is not 100% yours. But with equity loan, the property is 100% yours. So I was like, this is amazing. This makes it even more real. Oh, this is just, oh, wow, finally my dreams get to come true. And I don't have to be saving for 5 years, 6 years. So basically, I just said to myself, every month for the next 6 months. So this was between, I'd say July to like January or February. It was 6-7 months. I can't remember exactly, but it was 6-7 months. I put half of my paycheck from my day job, or even sometimes 3/4, depending on how much I overspent the last month. I put that aside and I was like, okay, this is gonna be money towards your deposit, solicitors fees, broker fees. Some brokers are free, but my broker wasn't free. Broker fees, solicitors fees, and any other extra costs that pop up. I was just putting money aside, and by January, February, the money was complete. I changed my mind on the property that I was going with about 3 different times. I was actually supposed to, I didn't mention that I went to Northamptonshire as well to view property. So it was Northamptonshire, Lincolnshire, Bedfordshire, Essex and Kent. Those were the different regions where I was looking to buy. London wasn't in my interest at all because London is extortionate. Like, we can see what's happening now. We can see London is not desirable. Like, if you didn't buy your house in London 20 years ago, it's crazy. So it was a crazy process, and I feel like I'll probably make another video going in depth of the whole process, from exchange, also from like authority to proceed, authority to exchange, exchange of contracts, completion. I'll probably make like an in-depth video, but this video I just wanted to touch on how I saved and how it took me 7 months to save, because a lot of people are like, what, how did you save a deposit in 7 months? I started with a little bit of money. Like I started with like a quarter of the money, and then for those 6 or 7 months consecutively, I was putting half of my paycheck aside. And then by the beginning of 2022, the first quarter of 2022, the money was ready. So what were some of the things that I did? I actually, at a point, I gave my stepdad my bank card. Or was it I gave my no. There was a point where I was putting money into one of my stepdad's bank accounts that he doesn't touch and doesn't have access to. So I was putting money in that so I wouldn't touch it, because I am not like, I'm really bad spender, really bad saver, bad everything when it comes to money. But I was so determined to do it and to do something, to achieve something, you know, really prove and push myself that I could do this and I could achieve this. So I would put money in that account. I wasn't like doing a lot, like, let me not act like I was like suffering, and it actually wasn't that bad because I was living at home, of course, and I wasn't paying bills and stuff. You know, some homes you don't really have to, you contribute in other ways. So I didn't have to pay rent or bills or anything. Like the most I paid was my phone bill, so I could afford to put half or 3/4 of my salary. So yeah, so what was another one of the tips that I did to make sure that I didn't overspend? I just felt like the whole excitement of like, you know, having my own property and it being so soon, it kept me motivated. Like I've never been a person that is able to save for like 4 or 5 years straight, but saving for 6 months, 5, 6, 7 months, I was like, I can definitely do that. That's easy. So that was my motivation force. That was my motivating factor. And lo and behold, on the 19th of April, I picked up the keys to my brand new apartment. And there's so much more to the story, but that's just how I saved. So it was basically a chunk of money from the event, and then half of my salary for 6, 7 months. And then, yeah, that was literally it. So if you want to find out more about my home buying journey, there's a lot more, and I feel like there's so much more for me to delve into, so much more for me to say, but I wouldn't even know where to start. I probably should have written like a bullet points of list and pointers to give you guys. But yeah, I hope you guys like my TV wall, by the way. 3 images of me. Somebody, one of my friends said that I've turned this place into a shrine of me. I'm not mad at that though. Like, how do people not put pictures of themselves on the wall? Like, how would you have an issue with that? Like, nobody pays my bills, so of course I'm gonna put myself up on the wall. But yeah, if you would like more content and more information about how I did this, how you can do this as well, let me know, and I will try to like maybe turn this into a series where I can give Black people advice and tips. Because, you know, when I was on this journey, some people were amazing. Like, some people were amazing. Eniola, Nicole, my friend BJ, so many people were so amazing, and then some other people were just like moving weird. And it's just like, we don't, like, as Black African people, we don't own anything in this country. We live here, but we don't own. So why are you gatekeeping information? It doesn't make sense. Like, no be only you will go own property for UK. Like, I don't know if that makes sense, but not be only you know, like, we all deserve to win. We should all lift each other up, give each other help and tips where we can. I do get, like, you know, it's better to not announce prematurely, or it's better to just stay your lane and just, you know, but help people where you can. Like, we should all try to help ourselves if home ownership is what we truly desire and what we want. So it's like 12 something in the night. I'm tired, but I hope this video has made sense, and I will definitely elaborate if I need to go into deeper depth. But as I said, I'll see if I can make it into a series. So thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you guys next time. Ciao, peace.